And I'm back with you guys today, and today we're talking about the state of Call of Duty as it is right now on November 25th, as you guys are seeing this video, Sunday, November 25th, 2019. As you guys know, it's pretty much been about a month since the game came out. Actually, it's been exactly about a month since the game came out, and we've seen a lot of dramatic changes to this game so far. We've gotten a total of about 4 or 5 big updates, somewhat of a big update almost every week. And I say big with quotation marks around it because it really hasn't been that big, to be completely honest. Most of these updates have been a lot of tuning and obviously a lot of additions to content. And it seems like this game didn't really have that much testing. A lot of people are attesting to that, actually, no pun intended. But this game seems to be very much still in its beta form or alpha form. A lot of people say that this game, if it was released right now, it would resemble a lot of the beta and the alpha that we got to play a couple months ago. So, unfortunate, but we just got quadrupled. That was nice. Anyway, as I was saying, this map and this game have been very interesting. You know, additions to the Call of Duty franchise. We have never seen something so dramatic when it comes to Call of Duty changes. For the first time ever, we don't see prestiging as a principal Call of Duty, mechanic. And obviously we see a lot of FPS changes and stuff like that. So, when it comes to the state of this game, right now, as of November 25th, 1 month after the game has come out, we see a still very much Call of Duty still in shambles. There's still a lot of changes that need to be made, a lot of community outcry that people are trying to address, and hopefully get fixed by the time this game goes competitive come January. I'm speaking from a competitive standpoint here, mainly because I do, I guess, coincide with the competitive community of Call of Duty. And obviously, this year, with the big year of franchising, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is one of those games that we probably think and hope that isn't one of those games that is not prepared for competitive play and pro league and stuff like that. So we want it to be a pro league ready game, and we still have yet to get a bunch of things. So one of the main issues in this game, at least for me, and I'm sure for pretty much everybody else in the community, is these things called field upgrades. There's are about, I think it's like 6 or 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things, these field upgrades that have pretty much replaced either a perk or a lethal or tactical on the map in the classes of Call of Duty. It's used as somewhat of a super ability, same thing to like Overwatch or any other game like that. And pretty much what they're doing is it's a cop-out for the perks, pretty much. So for instance, I'm using Dead Silence right now, which would otherwise be a perk in every other Call of Duty except for this one. And Dead Silence being a very heavy crutch perk, I believe the developers had thought it to be a good idea to remove it as a perk entirely so that it wouldn't be such a crutch perk. The thing about that is that it makes it even more of a crutch ability, and it pretty much rules out any relatively real competitive play. Obviously, some people would argue that, it provides a more competitive integrity, being that the perk was a crutch perk that a lot of people would use in most of the time. But also, opposite to that, a lot of people have been very much complaining about the perk in general and actually the field upgrade now, that it hasn't been really living up to its standards. Half the time it didn't work. It wouldn't completely silence your footsteps at the beginning. Thank God we've gotten that changed now, and a bunch of other things just didn't really work to its full potential at the beginning. Some of the things that the community still has yet to address, or not address, but yet to see changes to, is some of the other abilities, such as a trophy system. Trophy system takes forever to charge up and to actually be able to start using. And a Search and Destroy, it takes a total of 3 rounds. And being that this game doesn't have a pick 10 system and has a complete system of choosing somewhat of a having 2 nades or 1 tactical and 1 lethal every single time you spawn in, it's very frustrating when you're getting a nade spam. Let's say you're on a bomb site, especially on the maps like Petrograd, where you spawn in and A is one of the only real defendable sites as an attacker. You get hit with 5 grenades from the enemy team. That's just not cool, and the only way to really counter those grenades is trophy system. And obviously we don't have a trophy system, at least readily available, until about the 3rd round of the game. is definitely not what we want to see happen. Same thing with Dead Silence. It could be activated almost twice throughout a round, so you could pretty much move, stop moving, pop it, stop moving, pop it, stop moving, pop it, and obviously you're popping it while you're moving. And it's just one of those things where it's just really weird. Another big issue in the community would be skill-based matchmaking. This game is the first game since Advanced Warfare to introduce skill-based matchmaking into competitive play. Usually what people would do, or what Call of Duties would do in previous titles, would either be level or region-based matchmaking. So if you were Prestige 15, you would be matched up with Prestige 15s. If you were West, you would obviously play against Western players. It would pretty much region lock you almost every time. It was really hard to not be region locked unless you had some sort of a mixed team comp when it comes to region and locality. So that's one of the things that obviously people are really annoyed with. It's one of the things a lot of the pub community is annoyed with, if they were even noticed of this phenomenon. A lot of people just don't even notice, and they just get manhandled every single time, and it really does not do any good for the community. What Call of Duty is mainly used to for skill-based matchmaking is, if the more you play, the better you'll get. And obviously in this game, that's not the case. You can do really well one match, and then obviously do really poorly the next because you are playing against better people. And sure, that's has a place in gaming, but not in a casual playlist. Obviously we have like the ranked game modes, in which they should implement soon to really take hold of skill-based matchmaking. But until then, they should really reduce it back to region-based matchmaking. I think that would be the best choice for the Call of Duty developers and Call of Duty community at this time. Whether they listen to me or not, obviously, not my discretion. Very nice. Sorry. This game is extremely also hard to make videos on, obviously because of all this skill-based matchmaking. Obviously I have to try a little bit harder than I would any other Call of Duty, purely because there's people out there that are somewhat better than me and just want to, obviously run it up against me. And sure, that's all good and fun, but there's a time and place for it. In the skill-based matchmaking game modes, that's where the time and place is. In a pub, that really shouldn't be what you're forced to participate against, which kind of sucks, but I understand why they would do such things. Definitely hoping for some changes when it comes to this Call of Duty. Definitely want to see some changes come somewhat soon. Obviously there's the question of maps and how the game developers wanted this game to be reflected, or how this game wanted to be reflected when it comes to actual play. And it seems like all these fake 3-lane maps, such as Gunrunner, even the new map, Shoot House, is a 3-lane map, and it actually plays so much better than stupid maps like this, Piccadilly, or Piccadilly, Dill Pickle, I don't fucking know how to say this shit. But some of these maps are super wide and open. All this cover is super exposed. It's really hard to play any of this game, to be completely honest, if you don't have, your headset cranked up to a billion decibels. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That's the state of the game at the moment. Getting headshots without even trying. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pop our missile, because we need to get kills with score streaks. I really like the reward system in this game. Oh my god, this guy's gonna fucking kill me. Oh, I literally saved myself. Ha! That's what you get, motherfucker. He literally looked at me and he didn't get a kill. Anyway, that's the state of Modern Warfare, at least from my point of view and a lot of other people's point of views. Look at this. I literally saved my ass. Find a kill cam. He was literally looking at me. Shot me once. Okay, cruise missile, bitch. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I stuttered a lot, but I hope you guys enjoyed. 26 and 18, not bad for a YouTube video. I'll see you guys later.